Hello, boys and girls. We are back for Eerie Elementary, The Locker Ate Lucy, chapters 8 and 9. Table of Contents. Chapter 8, Lucy. Chapter 9, The Horrible Truth. Sam and Antonio charged toward the heating and cooling room. Sam ripped the door open, then quickly shut it behind him. Crash! 100 mad, chewed-up things slammed into the closed door. Sam caught his breath and looked around the room. One wall was covered with a maze of rusty old pipes. The pipes were alive! They moved like an army of snakes. As they twisted, they scraped together, making a screeching noise. "Lucy!" Sam yelled, pointing. His friend was suspended in midair, hanging upside down. One of the pipes was wrapped around her ankle. "Guys, you found me! Please get me down from here!" Lucy shrieked. Lucy calling for help made the school angrier. The pipe around Lucy's ankle began flinging her through the air. "That pipe is throwing Lucy around like a doll," said Antonio. "Hang on, Lucy!" Sam yelled. Sam and Antonio began climbing the giant wall of pipes. Unlike the basement, this room was not covered in goo. The metal pipes were dry, and the boys were able to grip them. Sam could feel water rushing through the pipes. "These pipes must pump water throughout the school," thought Sam. Antonio leapt off one pipe and grabbed the pipe around Lucy's right ankle. He tugged, trying to pull her free. "I'm coming," said Sam. "The pipe is wrapped so tight," Antonio yelled as he tugged. "Help!" Lucy cried. Antonio pulled harder, but then, clank! The pipe jumped in his hand, throwing him to the ground. "Arg!" Antonio said, getting to his feet. "It's no use." Sam jumped down. There has to be a way to make that pipe let go of her, he thought. He looked around the room. The school's water heater stood in the corner. Sam's dad was a plumber, so Sam knew all about this stuff. This water heater warmed the water. Then it pumped the warm water throughout the school. A wheel on the front controlled how fast the water moved through the pipes. If I turn that wheel, I can slow down the water. Maybe that will weaken the pipes and make them let go of Lucy, Sam thought. Sam grabbed the wheel. It was rusty and stiff. Finally, it started turning, but it wasn't helping. Lucy was flung around faster. "What are you doing, Sam?" yelled Antonio. "Stop! You're making it worse!" Lucy screamed. She was being whipped through the air at lightning speed, faster and faster. Sam had to free his friend before it was too late. The school kept flinging Lucy through the air, back and forth, back and forth. Sam got an idea. "I must be turning the wheel the wrong way." "Hang on," he shouted. Sam spun the big wheel in the opposite direction. The water began draining from the pipes. It was working. The pipes were losing their energy. They were becoming weaker. Then the pipe around Lucy's ankle loosened its grip, and it dropped her. "Ah!" yelled Lucy, falling. At the last moment, Lucy grabbed a hold of a lower hanging pipe. Antonio helped her get down. "You're okay," Antonio said. Lucy wiped some sweat from her forehead. "So," she said, "what took you guys so long?" Sam and Antonio smiled. Their friend was safe. "What is all that?" Lucy said, pointing to the paper sticking up out of Sam and Antonio's pockets. "Oh, yeah," Sam said. "We found this creepy office back there. It was full of lots of old junk." "Maybe that blueprint will show us how to get back upstairs," said Antonio. "Good thinking," said Lucy. "You find a way out of here while I dig through this other stuff." Sam, Antonio, and Lucy took a seat on the floor and got to work. "Look at this," Lucy said, holding up a red leather book. "This is Orson Eerie's journal. It sounds like he was some sort of mad scientist." "Whoa," Antonio whispered. "What else does this journal say?" Sam asked. Lucy's eyes darted over the pages. After a minute, she lowered the book and said, "As Orson Eerie grew old, all he cared about was the idea of endless life. In his last journal entry, he writes, 'I've done it. I've found a way to live forever.'" Sam remembered something. "Lucy, do you still have the library book?" Lucy's eyes lit up. "Yes," she said. She slipped her backpack off her shoulder and handed the book to Sam. Look, Sam said, flipping to the page where he had left off that morning. It says Orson Eerie was an architect, someone who designs buildings. And, oh man, he designed Eerie Elementary. Wait a minute, said Antonio. A mad scientist designed our school? No wonder it's crazy creepy. Sam, Antonio, and Lucy were silent. The only sound came from the water heater. It sounded like a heart beating. Ba-bump, 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 ba-bump. It was then that Sam Graves understood the terrible truth about Orson Eerie and about Eerie Elementary. Oh, the terrible truth! This book is getting crazy creepy. I'm loving it, and I can't wait to find out what happens next time. See you then. Toodaloo.